Farmers in the UK are being offered more money by the government to take bolder steps in protecting the environment. Climate change and intensive farming methods have caused a drastic fall in Britain's wildlife populations, from birds to insects and even small mammals. Critics say the new measures are too timid and don't go far enough. Our Environment and Rural Affairs correspondent Claire Marshall reports.
The industrial age has seen space for nature shrink. There are fewer wetlands, woods and wildflowers than ever before. But in this small patch of Oxfordshire, the wild is being welcomed back, and it's going to help people too.
This is one of our flagship projects to allow the river, when it goes into flood, to go out onto the floodplain, reconnect that river to the floodplain, and as you can see, it's spilling out, holding the water back to try and stop Oxford and the downstream villages from flooding.
They're doing this by recreating beaver dams, hoping rare species will return.
The iconic water vole, which we've got one tiny population just clinging on the River Dawn, just downstream of here. So we want that throughout.
Further downstream in central Oxford today, the farming minister announced plans for more money to go to farmers that help the environment.
The huge challenge we face as a planet to make sure we continue to be well fed, but also to do that in a sustainable way, is a shared ambition that we have to achieve. Now, if we're going to deliver all of that, we need those farmers and food producers to be doing that in a way which is sustainable.
The payments will go towards things like planting trees, creating hedgerows and improving the soil.
Time is passing, the seasons are changing, and these policies have been talked about for years. And still, many involved in managing the countryside say they need more detail.
I've worked with 3 different Prime Ministers in the last 12 months, and they've all set out completely different remits. I think that there is still a huge concern around lack of clarity about what the schemes for the future are going to look like, how well they're going to be resourced.
At the end of the day, our food security depends on being able to fix the nature crisis, being able to fix the climate crisis. And the way the scheme was originally designed was going to drive us in that direction. And I really need to see that that ambition is still there.
In a cost of living crisis and with the threat posed by cheap food coming in from abroad, the key will be to help farmers deliver affordable produce while restoring the natural world. Claire Marshall, BBC News, Oxford.